Hi, welcome to Sim Repeat. Today I've got a dessert for two. My gooey chocolate oozing molten scented chocolate lava cake. It's like restaurant quality, but at home. And we're not eating out at fancy restaurants at the moment, so it's nice to have a treat of something really special. So if you'd like to see how to make my chocolate lava cakes, dessert for two, come with me and let's see. So the first step for our dessert for two, you need to pop your oven on 170 degrees and we need to start melting some butter and chocolate. So on my hob today, I'm going to pop in some water into my saucepan, just about that much, and pop a glass bowl on top, a heat-proof bowl. And into that I've got some softened unsalted butter. So that's 40 grams, which is just under maybe like 3 tablespoons. And into that I've got some good quality 70% dark chocolate. There's like 9 little square pieces, which is also 40 grams. So we're going to pop that in. I do it this way because I don't have a microwave, but if you've got a microwave you can do it for maybe 3 times 30-second bursts. So while that's melting, let's do the next step. So we need to prepare our little ramekins. So if you don't know what a ramekin is, it's like a little individual pudding size, and we're going to grease them with some melted butter. So just before we started filming, I've melted some butter down. So if you've got like a little pastry brush, just brush it around like so. If you didn't have little ramekins, you can use oven-proof cups or mugs, or you could even use just 2 little circles from your cupcake or muffin tray. Okay, and to the bottom of that, I'm just going to add a little bit of dusted cocoa powder. So it just helps it come out and it's nicer than having flour sitting in the bottom. And you'll notice that I'm sitting it on a baking tray. That's perfect for getting the little puddings in and out of the oven. So we're just going to pop that to one side. You can also prep this a couple of days beforehand. So you can pop it in the fridge for about up to 2 to 3 days before and then just bake it when you're ready for it. So I'm just turning that off now. I'm just grabbing a heat-proof trivet to put it on my bench, and that's not too hot, so I'll just set it there. I'm going to let that cool down slightly. I'm going to grab another bowl. So in this bowl I'm going to pop 1 egg, and I've got some caster sugar measured out. So that's also 40 grams, and it's just under 1/4 cup. And just to make it easy, I'm going to use my handheld electric beaters. So we want to do this for a few minutes, so it's all bubbly and the sugar's all dissolved. So that's nice and bubbly and airy. Okay, in this little cup, that's just under 1/4 cup, I've got 20 grams of spelt flour, but you can use regular flour, and I'm just going to sift that in. Not completely necessary, but if you sift it in, it just creates a little bit of a finer end result. That's what I was trying to say. Just help that along with the whisk. There's only 5 ingredients in this, which is perfect. You can just whip it up anytime. Okay, and now we're ready for our chocolate. So I mix the chocolate in, whisk it up with the electric beaters. Just before we do the last bit, I'm just going to scrape the sides of the bowl. This dessert always reminds me of eating at a French restaurant. I think I was in a French restaurant when I first had this, and I just thought, wow, this dessert is amazing. So that's it. Now we just need to pour it into our little ramekins. But first I'm just going to clear up a little bit. Oh, a little secret hint. I'm just going to add a touch of sea salt. I've got some flaked Maldon sea salt in there. Not completely necessary, but it just gives the chocolate a little zing. A little zing? I don't know. It just makes it taste great. So we'll grab our ramekins. Oh, I've lost my spatula. Back again. All right, let's pour this in. So try and do it equally. I like to scrape up every little bit that I can, and that looks pretty good. Okay, so now I'm going to bake these in my preheated oven for roughly 10 minutes. I'm going to keep an eye on them at around 8 minutes, just in case I think they're cooked. So I left them here for 10 minutes, and hopefully, fingers crossed, they're still gooey in the middle, but we need to let them sit for a few minutes just before we flip them out. So I'm going to put a timer on for maybe 2 minutes. All right, timer set for 2 minutes. Okay, time to try and flip them out. I've got some ice cream on standby with my scoop. So, grab a little knife or spatula and just try and ease it around the edges. And now we want to try and get these out so they remain intact and not a mess. Or if you didn't want to try and fuss with getting them out, you can leave them in the ramekin. Look at that. Perfect. Scoop them open. This one's better, I think. Look at that. It's just like oozing with goodness. Scoop of ice cream. Got that in some hot water to get it soft. Oh, wow. So check that out. It's got this oozing like molten middle, and it's delicious. My ice cream's melting, so better go away and try and eat it. If you've liked my recipe today, hit a thumbs up. Share it with a friend. Try making it at home. They're so delicious. You may not want only 2, you might want more. Okay, thanks for watching, and I'll pop a few other links up above. See you next time. Bye.